Let's go. We are back, boys. Here we are, the season starter. How bloody keen are we, lads? How bloody keen are we?
We
Oh,
are so keen, Bradley. We're probably already demonetized on YouTube after what you were
Let's
doing
go.
just then.
that's a shame. That was the main income stream of the
Yeah,
pod, I heard.
Zaves,
So that's
Zaves 2 views a week to go back over the title we talked about his team are now useless. So, yeah. Other than that, fucking keen, aren't we, huh?
We are
Uh,
so keen. We are
very
so
good.
happy to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's been like sometimes I don't know how, but from draft night to what this is Wednesday night is like felt like the longest week and a half of the year.
Yeah. And we let it
Overall.
sizzle. We let it sizzle. We let the teams marinate a little bit before we came in. But
Yeah,
we had to get
unluckily
Billy.
for you. Unluckily
Oh
for
yeah.
you.
We'll get there. Well, we had to get Billy in to
Yeah,
do
the
the
goat.
team reviews. So this week we are doing a bit of admin up top, thanks to the Mish with an asterisk. A bit
Yeah,
of a
mate.
draft
I still think I'm the Mish, no matter if I win or if I don't. Just that, I'm pretty sure I am
Just
the
a
Mish.
champ. Just a champ.
Yeah, champ, but no, just Mish.
Still
I
don't think
think
you had
a ton of people crawling to compete with you at the
No
AGM. Oh, yeah, no, they really didn't. Considering we could only get, 7 of us to show up.
7.
All right. Anyway, I'll roll straight into it. Pretty much the big thing is payments. It's going to the Tresh. It's going to be the same setup as what it was last year. So make sure you get your payments in. I'll get him to put up a post with that as well. And then jumping off onto the other side of it with the bets, it is going to be $5 for each league. We've got put a time limit on it. I do believe it was the Wednesday night that you had to get something on by, but if I'm wrong, I will stand corrected, I guess, and someone will yell at me. But I do believe it is that. I will give you a little bit of a reminder and give you a bit of help. Getting it in, but please get it in nice and early so then everyone can jump aboard and we can get some wins and then we can go to Vegas.
We can go to Vegas, and all of this will be written and put in the Facebook group. So if you forget that, that's where all the details are. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice bit of admin off the rip.
Absolutely. Get it out of the way, and then we can rip everyone from here.
Yeah.
You want to talk about what's going to happen at the end of the year with terms of champions and losers?
As far as champions goes, they probably won't have an asterisk next to their name. And as far as I know. And as far as losers go, there'll be obviously the same as every year. Something will come up where you'll have to do a punishment for the worst, but it still is going to be it's the bottom 2 go down, but it's not actually the bottom 2. The bottom, you phrase it for me, Bill. You've phrased it the best so far.
Yep. So the bottom 1 goes down automatically. Then the next 4, so 6 through 9, go into the playoffs, the loser of which also goes down.
And then going up?
Going up is the opposite way. So from Flash division, top goes up, and then second through 5 go into a playoff for that final spot to go up. So in the top division, everyone, I think Tom especially, going to be fighting for that glorious 5th position in the top division. Glorious mediocrity, the only position in the entire league where you don't do anything in the postseason.
Oh, I love that. Love it. And I think that's it. If that's okay with you, Braff.
Sounds good to me, Huey.
Ripper.
Beauty. Shall we switch tabs? Let's get into the teams.
Straight in. Get into it. Get Bill into his element.
Just to touch on the draft night recap, people on the curtains, I have just finished the draft night video, so that'll be up sometime in the next couple of days. It's a long one, but a lot of it is just the GoPro in the war room as we're drafting. So I don't feel obliged to watch all of it unless you really want to, feel like you're there again.
You're a true sicko.
Yeah. But yeah, about an hour and 10, so it's a good watch. I find myself laughing at it just looking back through it. So yeah, it's good.
And for some of us, when we jumped on this call, Brad told us about this camera that was in the war room, which I had no idea was there.
Neither do I.
I'm quite nervous
It's
about
fucking good.
what
Yeah,
it's caught me.
no one know.
What
I
it's
put it
caught me
up right
saying,
next
what
to
it's caught me scratching. I don't know.
I put it up
Yeah,
right next to the garage door on a shelf, so it literally gets everybody.
Oh, that's so worrying.
Fucking
So
good spot.
worrying.
You're all the way in the back corner there on the door, so you're safe pretty much.
I hope I am. That's all I can say. I hope I am.
Picks up what you say though, so
Damn. That's probably not a good thing. Probably incriminating.
your diary entry video is incriminating enough.
Yeah, fair. Fair.
Rightio.
We jump into it. I think we're
we've
going to start with the
started
Flash
hot.
division,
We're
and we're going to work our way up. So Billy does his last in terms of Flash, because we know that he's no doubt happy with it. As the way of the draft, I think all on the night. Brad, you've raised your hand.
Yeah, look, I want to applaud most of the managers in this league for changing the team names, except for Josh. Really happy with it. Oh, and Marty, he didn't change his name from last year, but where's the team
Nah,
pictures?
he
I think
has.
all of league,
Nah,
all of the
but-
mams have changed the team pictures, and it looks sick. And now we've got all this just default sleeper icons, man. Come on, man. Come
I
on,
will.
man.
I will admit
that's the
Marty's,
next step, adding the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marty's just got a new account completely because he can't remember his old password. So he's
Jack.
just reverted back to his same name. So
think
he's
he put a
picked
space
it
in.
again. He's picked it again. So that's a positive.
It's gonna be like the steamed hams of the Flash.
Yeah, yep, it sure is. Two mutual friends.
Just trying to see if
How
I
do
can
you
see
find
this
out what
team.
the names are? Yeah.
Not coming. He's not coming.
He said not coming last. Brackets again. I think is what he said. Yeah, there you go.
Yep, there it is.
Great. So should we start with not coming?
I reckon.
Ripper.
What did he have?
before
He
we-
had the number 2 pick, didn't he? Yeah, because fucking Coward got the 1 again and still didn't take McCaffrey. So just from that point on, getting McCaffrey at the 2. Look, I'm big on the running back. Obviously, I took him first in the Mams league, but yeah, McCaffrey, great running back. Lamar, great running back that throws. Brees Hall, wait and see. But it's going to be hard to have a bad team with 8 teams. So it's really just see who's going to have the big spike weeks more often than not. You know, that's what I believe.
I'm looking down at this side, these sides and going, oh, how well I was putting them in the Sunday half, and I literally every team I'm just like, oh god, I love this. Oh god, I love this.
This is a good
Like,
team.
it's who's going to dominate on 1 week, who's going to have a massive week, who's going to have a burger or a ribeye or something. That's going to be the difference. It's
Yeah, for
unbelievable.
For sure. I was looking at Marshall's team just now and being like, God, he's done well to get these. And then you look across at Foot Brushes and I'm like, pretty great team as well.
I will admit that man wasn't exactly well prepared, Mr. Footbrush. He was asking a lot of people in the top league what to do and how to go about it and where he should pick, but it's worked for him because he seems to have a pretty good side as well, I would have thought.
Yeah, looks like he really fell upwards in terms of all of this shit. Like, I would be lucky to get a 10 on my bench.
Very true.
And I'm lucky to get a 10 on ground, to be honest, at the minute.
I think that's Sleeper absolutely guessing what's going to... They're like,
Exactly.
I have no idea what's
Oh,
going on
yeah,
with Kansas
no
City's
idea.
backfield. Let's just assume Pacheco's the dude.
Put it on him. I will say, I play football with Luke, or I did play football with Luke. And on Thursday night training, he's like, I'll come up with a perfect draft strategy. I'm going to hope to get whatever pick you get, and then whatever pick you take, I'm going to take him. Okay. By about round 3, that's not going to work anymore.
Yeah.
But
Golly
good.
gosh.
Sounds good. There.
Golly gosh. At least
Balls
he's
apart
trying.
pretty quick, yeah.
Imagine he was drafting a 12-team league in a 10-team league, and he was taking like 20 picks later just to keep step with you.
What a steal.
Gonna be stealing the ninth.
What do you think,
Oh.
Bill, here?
So
I want to hear your
are we
insight
getting
being in this
into...
league.
Because we're going to talk about this again in preview, aren't we? Are we getting into each team this in depth? How we... I don't know.
I feel like this is the recap of the draft
Yeah,
from their team and the preview because we're looking at it.
Yeah. So, from Marshall's team, I'm just nervous about the second running back spot. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think the Panthers are going to do anything. So Sanders is sort of out in my brain. And then I don't know when's Hall going to be the main dude. They just paid another guy much more money than him to be the running back. Yeah, I think it's the second running back slot. He's just going to spend his entire life trying to find one on the waivers.
Look,
He's on
he'll
your
find.
bench.
I'm not worried about it. I reckon he'll find one on the waivers because there'll be an injury and you'll be able to snaffle something up. So I don't think that's going to be much of an issue.
Gibson.
I just absolutely love that he got Devontae Adams in the third round in the
I
18
know.
league, which is
Bloody
there was a
What pick did
moment there
Marshall
on the
have?
turn
Do
where
you
I was
know?
like, is Adams going to fall all the way to me? No.
Did not happen. Did not happen.
What pick did Marshall have?
He had two.
Marsh had the second. So
Yeah.
he went McCaffrey, Waddle, Adams, then Kark, Andrews.
Great pick.
A lot of dudes, and I love Lockett just like at the end to just solve the
Yeah.
problem when it comes to it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yep, absolutely.
Never properly rated in terms of draft. Here we go. I've got the
No.
draft board up now so we can look at it.
He was like wide receiver like 13 or something last year.
He's always top 20, and then he's ranked next year outside the top 30. I'm like, how does this happen
Yeah.
again?
I dropped him week 1 of last year after drafting him like last, and he would have been my best wide receiver on my team last year. It's just like the stupidest decision I've ever made.
16 team league. That's got to hurt.
Oh,
It's
it
like
would
me
have been
dropping
so
the
good.
Eagles before the season started. Like, fuck.
Thank you. Thank
Don't
you
be
again.
stupid. Trust your draft.
I only had 70 sacks. Great pick, Brad. Fuck.
It's a great pick he made for my team.
Great-
It really
yeah,
made a
great-
difference.
Great pick, bad drop.
I'm a Marsh's team. I'm looking at it on the draft board as well. Can't really fault it. Like just you said, second running back. Wait and see. Wait and see. That's all it is.
Yeah, pretty impressed by Marsh coming back. Obviously, lost last year in his
Impressed by him
first year.
coming back at all. It's
Yeah, yeah.
He's here again.
And he, to his credit, he did do beer bitch duties pretty dutifully on the night. So
Yep.
shout out to him for that. I would say that his team looks great. It looks like he actually drafted pretty properly. Bench might be a little bit thin, but in the 10-team league, you can probably fill that out on the waivers. Yeah, I reckon he's in for a good one. If he holds this attention throughout the whole season, it should be a good flash division for him.
I think what helps him is like I know a quarterback. It doesn't really matter at that point in time. You're going to get a good one with eight teams. Kark probably is a big one. Plus, then you've got no worry at wide receiver either. I think as Bill said, it is just that second running back spot. But he'll find something with someone will get injured, and therefore it'll end up coming his way. I reckon. I reckon he'll be fine. There's always something that comes up. Look at what Braff did a couple of years ago.
Fuck,
When
that
he
killed me.
when he had the first 3 weeks and nearly every one of his side had an injury.
It was the day after draft. My keepers were done. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how long ago it was.
Yeah.
So anyway, I really like his chances this year. I reckon he'll be in the top section of it. I reckon, and I reckon he wins this week.
Oh, you doing the tip as well? You
Surely we're just all rolling through it in one crack.
we're not even going.
let's do
We're
it.
not even going over Lukey's team.
Who? You mean
You-
the Division 1 pick team?
You Luke that. That's what
Yeah.
it says.
Yep. I did. I
That's
just
not
wasn't.
bad. That's
I
actually
really-
pretty good.
He just needs to pick up Kirk. That's all we need to see. Drop Joe Burrow. He's got the Q. Kirk doesn't have the Q. Pick him up.
Should we jump into Lukey's team? What do we
Yeah.
reckon? Who wants to take
Yeah.
this one?
So I was eyeing off Jacobs and Jones as like they were dropping to like 4th, 5th. I think I saw one 6th round when I was doing mock drafts, and I was like, fuck, if I can get these starting running backs this late, that'll be sweet. I
Yeah,
think
he went 3 and 4.
Just like a touch early on him, but I mean, you got to pick somebody around there, and Jacobs was the number 1 running back last year, and I think the Raiders are just going to run him into the ground. So getting a
Yeah.
guy you can just, is just going to get run into the ground, 3rd round after getting superstar wide receivers is good. I find Ridley just like a sketch pick, and I'll get to it in the other division as well. I get we've all seen the TikTok of him running a nice route, but like,
So crisp.
he hasn't played football in 2 years.
I-
Michael Thomas came back from that and did absolutely nothing. Like, I'm just so nervous about it.
It's a super high ceiling, like potentially a super high ceiling, but just a massive, massive floor. Like
Yeah.
he's playing footy all the way through. He's good to go. We're not even talking. We're talking fifth round, and we're going, holy Jesus, how the hell does he get him there?
Yeah.
So
I'm
it's
just sort of trusting Trevor Lawrence to be just a gun, and he's got like 45 touchdowns in him, and a lot of
Sunshine.
them are going to go to Ridley. That's
Yeah.
the idea there, I guess.
yeah. I think you might be right on that. So no, I think he's like he drafted solid. Like he went his two stud wide receivers, then two running backs to be able to shore up his starting lineup, and then had the dart throw at Ridley, and then he's gone Burrow and Kittle. So I think
Burrow
it
and a
makes
six.
sense. Yeah. So I think it makes sense how he's drafted. He set up his starting side, and then it's just stab throws after that, which aren't really stab throws because it's an 8-team league.
Yeah, and like you were saying, in terms of the only question really is his flex. So I mean that's where like the fun comes in of fantasy is just picking who to play from week to week. But I mean I think I'm gonna be saying this a lot for the Flash, but I really like this team. Like you,
I feel like you might say that for 8 teams.
I'm
Yeah.
scanning through the draft board. I'm like, I think I've got 2 teams that I'm happy to rip into. The rest of them are gonna
right. Oh, I can't wait to
Yeah,
see them.
Can't wait to hear that.
I've looked at 2 as well.
I hope they're not the same two for the sake of content.
They
Just to-
may be.
2 of me and Brad are going to be just lockstep.
Just to touch on Billy's point as well about Ridley, I do agree that it is risque, but it's not like he's brought up Michael Thomas. Ridley hasn't been rehabbing or been injured away. He's just been training and waiting to get back. Like I think he hasn't lost the touch. He just might have very low game sets for a couple weeks that he has to work back in. So yeah, as Robert said, the ceiling, the potential is, you know, what was he in Atlanta? Top 5 wide receiver on the year. That's like, he can do it. It's just, how long is it going to take for him to get back with it? And, is he still good being 2 years off the field? Who knows?
Yeah, and really, I'm just scanning the picks after him, and it's like there's nobody I would have taken over him. He probably just slotted in exactly where he should have been.
Good pick. All right.
Awesome. Should we
based
do our
off-
tips?
Yeah, based off
Yep.
Robbo already said
I'm
He's
going
going.
Marsh.
the Marsh Man.
Yep.
Look, Marshall has a few of my team on his team, so I'm going to have to back him as well.
Can I change my answer again?
I'm gonna go Marsh because I want to. Like Luke has to pick a quarterback at some point to start this week. I'm assuming Burrow's not actually going to play.
No,
Ooh,
he's still a
He's
chance.
expected to play.
He's still expected to play.
He's expected to play.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just dare say he'll be slinging it,
Won't
not
be
really
running.
running.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
no running.
I think he's going to run this year.
No.
All right.
He's
Well,
just-
we'll
he's just
see how
off
he
it.
goes. Yeah, I'll pick Marsh because he has the better team.
You looked at.
I'm
Oh,
gonna take Footbrush because somebody has to.
are you rolling these in at the same time, first
Yeah.
you or
Yeah, I got it.
Tab.
Alright.
He's got the dual screen, I assume. or something?
yeah?
Yeah, your man's
going
works from home.
Ain't his first rodeo.
You should see my setup. I got 2 screens as well. I've got the sleeper app. I've got the picture of the draft board, and then I got you guys.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
you got
cool.
the
Like-
picture. Is that what
Yeah,
you
My
no.
got?
second screen.
Yeah, same here.
I've been
Yeah.
trying to,
Mine's
trying to
also
bring
in
up the
charge.
thing.
You got here. What a. Hey, just before we get not related at all. Best on for the night. I'm gonna give it to Nathan. What a clam. He had a proper dip. Really enjoyed his first draft night. Look, it looks like he's
Absolutely.
going to be a great addition to the league. I was really proud of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have to agree. He seems so keen. Like even Sunday, when I was watching you boys play footy, then afterwards he's come off and he's just wanting to talk fantasy. So I think he's going to be. I
He
think
got
he's
injured
going
in
to
the
be
game as well.
beautiful.
So he was
Did he?
defeated.
Oh,
Got injured, done his calf, and yeah, boys, how good's fantasy going to be? First, doesn't even care. Doesn't even
how
care.
good, too good. That's a great start. All right, are we starting with his team? Brad, hit
Yeah,
us
right.
up. What do you reckon?
You want me to go? Oh, look. Fuck, what do you
He
do?
picked third,
I
by the
know-
way.
I know,
He
I
picked
know.
third.
It was, look, reach of the draft in the 8-man league. Justin Fields in the 4th when I think 2 picks later, Jalen Hurts went. So he went from
Ooh,
what could be Jalen Hurts instead of Jalen Hurts.
yeah.
Pwah. Look, if you like somebody, no one's going to stop you taking him. Yeah, massive balls pick, but yeah, Garrett Wilson could be wide receiver 1.
Has he been watching Hard Knocks? Is that?
I think he's been watching Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
I think he's on Plem's Game Pass. So
Yep. Yeah, I dare say he's been jumping on a bit of Hard
he's
Knocks
just
then.
falling in love.
I can't blame him. He's got all the attributes.
Top
This is
top
one of the
5
teams I didn't like. This was one of the 2 that I didn't like.
Not mine. Top 5
Is this
picks,
not one of yours? Oh, beautiful.
Nah. Top 5 picks. Oh, let me get through this and you can kill him. Top 5 picks, all
Yeah.
good players, which is, take good players, they're going to be good. And then
Top 5, you reckon? So you reckon Fields is going to be good?
well, he's good. It's just you shouldn't have picked him there.
Oh, I don't think he's going to be as good as what everyone thinks he's going to be.
He doesn't have to throw. If he's
What
gonna
was he
run for
last
100
year?
yards
He
a
was
game.
top 7. I thought he finished.
No,
Didn't he finish the year
that's
really
projections. That's projections. Go to 22 too. It says it.
He
Yeah,
was
click it.
he was good when he played. Had a couple of outs, right?
I think he was top 5. I don't know. Oh, it says that
Standard
7th. Yeah,
7th.
he was 7th. So he finished 7th. So that's pretty good. Considering he didn't start the year all that well. Look, we're not getting him for his passing ability. He literally is going to get you 8 to 14 points and just running every week, pretty much. You'd think somewhere around there. So that's huge. Yeah, top 5 picks were good players, and then he's taken the flyer on Alvin Kamara, which when you've got Austin Eckler and Saquon, you can afford to wait. And then he picked up Dalvin Cook late as well. So first couple of weeks where to cover the Alvin Kamara suspension, I would expect that the Jets would hold off on giving Brees heaps and run Dalvin into the ground while you're only paying him for 1 year. So he's covering his votes there. I know it's not a bad team. He's got enough starters to cover and not worry about the bench players. So I like it.
I think Saquon and Harry absolutely carry.
Yeah, Saquon's a beast.
That running back, those running back stocks. I think that's the big thing that probably helps him for me. But yeah,
is it just me or is he cutting out?
I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not hearing you.
am I back? Am I
Yeah,
back?
you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
back.
Yeah,
Good.
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 Cool,
I was really
cool.
confused. I was like, is he really deep in thought?
No. I've lost my whole train of thought. I was in the zone. Oh,
You
God.
fucking
Yeah,
You
no.
just touched on the running backs. You just touched on the running backs there.
Oh, literally just touched on the running backs. Oh, anyway, I like the running backs. That's pretty much the long and the short of it.
There you go.
I don't mind TJ as well. Hawkinson, I think that's a set and forget. He's been paid this year, so I think they're going to get him involved in the offense. I think obviously I don't know what he sees with Raheem Mostert. I just don't like the Miami backfield.
No. Stay away from that.
But that'd be something he'll learn, I dare say. If I was him, I'd be throwing Dalvin Cook in there week 1. I dare say that'd be the most he'll probably get used before it turns really into a committee. So yeah, I think
Sure.
that's jump on that while you can. If I'm Clem.
Yeah, I'd say I don't really love this team either. They're coming off 2 glowing reviews.
Get him.
But I'll let Billy tell you why.
I'll tell you what. Okay. So, and I'm looking at the draft board. There is a clear drop off after Devontae Adams, in which he had to pick Garrett Wilson. I'm happy with that. That's probably the only option on the board. However, last year in my 16-man league, I was trying to work out every week whether I'm dropping Devontae Smith or not. And now he's suddenly turning into your second wide receiver in a deep league where you can have anyone you want. I just don't like, he's going to get zeros all the time. There's too many, not zeros, but like 5s, 4s. He gets way too many weeks where he's like coughing out points because Hurts rushes the ball in. The running backs rush the ball in. Goddard ends up with the ball. AJ Brown ends up with the ball. Smith is just like so down on the pecking order. As much as he's a good guy occasionally, I just don't think he's a guy. And the second wide receiver, I'm just like, oh, and then you haven't backed him up with really anything. I think the best thing he's done is picked up Jahan Dotson, who might turn into a guy, but then he doesn't have a quarterback. Like the whole wide receiver situation just could be the worst in the league, and it just looks really bad.
Yeah, I'm just bringing up his
think-
game
I
log
think-
from last year, and there's a lot of single-digit scores that I'm
Yeah,
noticing.
I was getting them. Ask Riley, he was getting them too. We both had it. It's just like I saw him going this high all the time in the mock drafts, and I was like, I do not get this. Is he suddenly much better than I remember him?
I think it's his last like 6 weeks. He's got 16, 12, 12, 23, 11.
Yeah,
that's
it's an all
sticking
right
out.
finish. Yeah, I don't trust it at all.
Which is fair. You lived through it. It's fair.
And then Godwin, Pittman, and then I don't think he has
But
Tony anymore.
you look at-
Do you have Pittman?
You look at the Pittman. You look at the people in that
he
round.
got rid of Pittman.
Yeah.
When you've got in that round, you've got Stevenson, obviously Devontae Smith, Ridley, Higgins, Mixon, Cooper, ETN.
Give me Mixon,
like-
give me Higgins, give me Cooper, give me Edian.
Like,
Any of these dudes.
He's the worst out of that whole what is
Right.
it, the 5th round?
Yeah,
he's
banking
the
on those
worst pick
last
out of that.
few weeks, suddenly turning into his whole season, and that's just it's not how I remember it at all.
Which he
So
wasn't
he-
here for. He didn't play fantasy last year, so
Yeah.
he wouldn't. might
So
not
he'll
have
find
as
out
much.
this year.
Yeah,
watch him-
We'll see
you watch
with
him
Wilson as
dominate.
well. Yeah.
You watch him dominate.
Well, I think the projections got him huge, so
Well, clearly, they're thinking Philly's going to be dominant.
We love our saying, don't trust the projections unless they support your bias. So
Yeah.
Absolutely,
which
absolutely.
means they're absolutely nonsense.
But if they support, hey, you're never going to knock them then.
But yeah, Kamara's a good pick. I like that. I was gonna get him if he landed like 5 picks later, so that's good.
well done, Clem. Billy liked one of your picks.
Sometimes that's
What a way! What
Yeah,
a,
that's
what a
hard
way!
to do.
What a way to start your fantasy
Yeah,
career.
that's hard to do. So
Billy
got
just
one on the board.
dunking on you. Yeah.
All right, over to JJ. What do we got?
Who was JJ's first pick? Maybe that's a fun one.
Henry,
Derrick Henry.
Diggs,
Yeah, Henry, Diggs, Pierce, Samuel,
Reach.
Etienne,
Okay.
Herbert.
I actually
Samuel's
like how his
the-
team ended out. I just really didn't like the order it went in, I guess. When I picked Gibbs and then I was like, oh, I'm not going to get Allen but I'll get Hurts or one of the, like, he's not going to take 2 quarterbacks. And then he took 0 quarterbacks and took Damian Pierce. I was like, wow, all right, cool. But I suppose because he's on the turn, he has to pick somebody he believes in that's definitely not
reach.
going to last that long. But like, give me an Aaron Jones there, who's good superstar running back on a better team or something. I don't know. That's me again.
Yeah.
Pierce fucked me last year at the end of the season. So there's really
Yeah.
a lot of my draft recap is just me being depressed about last year and being in the flash.
Being in the Flash League.
Yeah,
Nothing-
this is one of the teams that I did not like looking at. Yeah, you can start with Henry Diggs, pretty happy with that. But then, Damian Pierce in the 3rd round, which is the 24th pick. Like, fuck. That's
that's big,
not what
isn't
you
it?
want. That's not what you want. And then to follow that up with Debo, who I think
Debo,
I
yeah.
got in the 5th round of our league or something like that. That's
Yeah.
I'll fact check that.
5th or 4th. It was on the turn, so it might as well be the 5th round.
Yeah, end of the 4th.
Felt early.
End of the 4th.
There you go.
That's
So-
a homer pick for Josh, though. We know that. he's
Yeah,
big.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And if you
Sometimes you
really
just
wanted
want your
him, he
boys.
might not have been there at the 5'8". If you really wanted him, who knows? Someone might have taken him, but actually probably not with who's still left.
I was about to say he's probably still getting him, to be honest.
ETN, that's a good pick in the 5th round. Justin Herbert, he could have MVP potential with the new coaches over there. And then, you can't win your league at draft day, but you can definitely lose it. Having Damian Pierce as your running back too, when, as you said, Aaron Jones goes after, Najee Harris from Ramondre Stevenson's after, Kenneth Walker's after. He even got ETN 2 rounds after Damian Pierce. That's just hurts, man. Just hurts.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that but Yeah, like Billy said, I guess his team plays a little bit nicer on paper than it does on the draft board.
Yeah.
When you
I was
kind
about
of
to say-
break it out.
Draft board makes it look savagely bad. Out week one, I'm sitting there going, oh, it wasn't as bad as what I first felt about it. I'm not in love with it. Don't be putting words in my mouth or anything like that. But yeah, I didn't hate it as much as what I did at the end of draft. Or when I was putting the sides in. I still didn't like it then. But then week one, you watch him dominate and be top of the table after 5 weeks.
I was so stupid on draft night. I thought, oh, everyone's taking a tight end. All right, I'll just get Pitts at the end or whatever. And I totally forgot that Josh had not taken a tight end, and then he took Pitts. I was like, oh, fuck, what did I counted wrong?
So you liked that pick, did you?
It's
Nope.
fun.
It's
It's
the
fun.
11th
Figured out
round
where
pick
it
for Kyle
deserved to
Pitts.
go. That's where I should have taken him a
Yeah, you took
fucking
the
pick
you took the-
beforehand.
You took the Pats D. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts on the turn here. It'll be great. Look, there might even
I
still
love
be a reach for Kyle Pitts. I don't know.
So what do I reckon? These two bottom of the table clash already.
Yeah, good potential. Good potential. Look,
I'm gonna
I think
Josh, I think.
I'm gonna go with Clem.
I'm gonna go with Josh.
Yeah, look, I
What was
already
that?
said I didn't like Josh's team at draft, and I was a fan of Clem's team. But I'm gonna go Josh.
You sound so burned by that.
I'm gonna go.
What is the point of us being here? What kind of analyst are you?
I'm gonna go Josh. As you said, boys, you said it perfect. It looks better on paper than it did on the draft board. So
Yeah. Shall we jump into Coward's team?
yeah,
where is he? He's not in the first. He had number 1 pick and he hasn't picked the calf again.
How do you
Again?
get number 1 pick twice in
And-
a row?
And still
tell you what, did you see his pigskin toss? Absolute Hail Mary. What a fucking throw. That's how you get it.
Fair enough. Performance is the answer, I guess.
Absolute custard arm, and it hits the target. Wow,
Turns out he might as well have not won.
Is this another one you don't like, is it, Bill?
Oh, this is the other one I didn't like.
Rightio, start us off then.
All right, so top 3 picks, pretty much chalk, perfect, apart from not getting McCaffrey. But, you can't blame Jefferson, St. Brown, Pollard, even Hurts, happy.
Yeah.
Then I'm trying to work out who he's actually going to play. Like Stevenson, okay, he's probably going to be the dude. That's fine. The New England running back. But I'm just trying to work out what his plan is for the flex. Like, I don't want any of these people in my flex spot. I don't want Keenan Allen.
He killed you last year.
Geez, it is all anxiety from me from last year. But fucking Keenan Allen, I have sitting on my bench for 12 rounds last year because he got a sore hamstring or whatever. He's now like 31, 32, and he's been and they drafted a first round rookie. He's 31. To me, he's just done as a 8-team league option. Akers, White, not going to do anything, and then a couple of rookie wide receivers, which I always appreciate a rookie wide receivers. That's okay, but hopefully one of them turns it on by week 8. Yeah, like he needs them week 1 though, but he can't start either one of them week 1. So yeah.
Look, you're probably playing Cam Akers in front of Keenan Allen at the minute. I would have thought. I think you have to.
Probably.
I think you got to have that trust. They've
Cooper's not playing.
Absolutely, they've come out and said that he's going to be the guy as well. Akers is. If he actually is,
said that before.
Yeah, if it actually happens, is another thing. But
that was you, wasn't it, Brad? He said that. He was like, Akers is the dude. You drafted him high, didn't you?
He got me into the Mams over you, so I'd
There
like
you
it.
go. Yep. He got 0.3 more points than Keenan Allen did, so that's good. Or whatever it was, 1.3. Anyway,
Man,
I just didn't like it. I just didn't like. I don't like the structure of the team. I just don't. Yeah.
See, I actually don't mind it.
Four.
I actually don't mind it. I'll go the other way. I like Hurts, fantasy stud. Runs the ball, likes the air pocket, can actually throw it. So yeah, I think that's massive. Pollard, massive. I think Steve-O is going to be the guy. I think there's a lot of people that are scared once Zeke signed, but I think he's still going to get a lot of running, a lot of catching, a lot of everything else. If Zeke steals touchdowns, I don't think it really matters. I think he's still going to be valuable enough.
Well, it happened last year with bloody Harrison. He was still good.
Yeah, he was still unbelievable. I know, because then I ended up shipping him off for the calf, so it was great. JJ goes without saying. St. Brown goes without saying. Yeah, I think. Well, again, any of your tight ends in an 8 team, you set and forget and see you later. Yeah, it's just the Keenan Allen one is the only thing that I don't like. And I think if he puts Cam Akers in there and hopes for the best and hopes that what they say is right, then I think he's going to end up being better off for it.
Yeah, on recency bias, Cam Akers should be the man for that flex spot, given that he came into the team in round 13 after that weird stoush with the coach, not the couch.
Couch too.
So I would assume that he
Alan
would take
was
that
having
role.
a stash with the couch. Get off the couch.
God, it's Pammy.
Did he get up too quick off the couch? Is that the reason?
We've all done that. He had the head spins and then he fell back down.
Whoa.
I've been hearing heaps about how Darren Waller is like the next guy.
I heard it for 3 years.
The hype is unbelievable.
Did you watch? I don't know what preseason game they played in, but they had the starters out, like all of them for like the first 2 drives, and like Danny Dimes' first like 5 throws was like Waller. Like just like he's the guy. Fuck yeah! I remember the last time where I drafted him like round 3. He had 19 targets week 1, and then did fucking nothing the rest of the year.
Yeah, he is married to Kelsey Plum though, so he's got that going for him.
Do I need to Google Kelsey Plum?
I was about to say, I don't even know who that is.
Moved away from Las Vegas, so
yeah,
that helps.
She's a piece.
WNBA
say
superstar. Yeah,
All right, I'll trust you.
If you Google Kelsey Plum first, autocorrect is Kelsey Plum feet.
That's your algorithm, dude. That's
keep him away from Michael Parsons. Keep him away from Michael Parsons. Kelsey Plum feet? Question.
Feet?
Did you mean?
Oh,
come on, Bill.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't mind Dougal's team. I think like what we're getting to with the 8-team standard is that flex is really important, and it's not enough to have a random guy that you might like. It's about the guy that will have that safe floor. And I think that's what the rest of his team has, is that safe floor of like, what Hurts is going to do, Pollard, Steve-O, Justin Jefferson is going to go bonkers here and day in, day out. And then St. Brown is also looking like a really great option. But that flex is going to be really important for his team.
Agree.
What do we think about Jack's team?
First of all, great team name, great icon, great actor, all about it. Danny McBride, one of the best.
Adam is a friend.
Cop that, Jack. Cop that, Jack. What do you have? He had looks like the 6th pick. Hard to see that he's gone back to Cooper Kupp. Can't blame him. But stings a little.
In the second too.
Now.
In the second as well, he picked him.
Stings a little knowing where he's at now. But yeah, you start your draft: Tyreek, Cooper Kupp, Patrick Mahomes. Pretty happy. Mix it in the 5th. Love that. Dallas got it. One of the better tight ends. Javonte Williams, good for you'd say good for towards the end of the year. And then yeah, if Cooper Kupp wasn't injured, this is probably fucking one of the better teams based off tight end, quarterback, and then the arguably the 2 best receivers, like in terms of I'm scared of that guy in the league.
Crazy good receivers.
Yeah.
I think the big thing is going to be for Jack is if Mixo can stay healthy. I think he's up there come the end of the year. I think it's as simple as that for him. I think Kupp will end up overcoming it if he's out week 1 and he's back week 2. Best case scenario, it means he's not a chance of re-injuring it come week 1. So I'm not worried if he ends up sitting and he loses week 1. So be it. But if Mixo can stay healthy, I think that's the key to him getting there.
Yeah, I thought in round 5, dropping to round 5 for the starting running back with no other options.
Yeah, with
Bengals have nothing else. They don't even
Yep.
have P Ryan anymore. Nothing.
more
going.
opportunity than last year.
Unreal.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I like because he was about to fall to me.
Yeah, you were going
I
to
was
sure
like,
be your
how
fourth
do
running
I?
back in your
Yeah,
first
how
five
do I
picks.
take a fourth running back? But
Uh,
no, I was happy he got taken. But yeah, I think the running back situation with him is just the only like he just needs to make sure all these guys actually do put up big points because Harris has a habit of putting up 8 points, 9 points, and it just not getting those big weeks that you want. And Swift, Williams, we'll see. Both of them could turn out to be superstars. Both of them could not be the guy on their team. And I just sent him over Madison in a trade, so he's now got him, who might be the main dude for Minnesota. So he's got a bunch of guys who, all 5 of them could be the main dude.
Was it for Hopkins as well? Was that what it
For
was?
Hopkins, yeah. So Hopkins is gone.
Nice.
But he's got Metcalf and London there, so it's good wide receivers.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about wide
Good team.
receivers.
Yeah,
Mahomes. Oh,
I agree.
on that, after jumping up and down about Willie's team, I'm going to go with Dougal first and foremost because I don't think Cup's going to get up.
yeah. Oh, that's a good point for this week.
That's the only reason I'm picking him. Otherwise, I was on Team
He's
Jack.
100% not getting up.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think he
he's
is.
not playing.
So, which I think is a good thing for longevity for Willis, but yeah, and for Cup. But
If you're Jack, who are you playing in his new space?
Well, you'd put Hopkins
Who's in-
and
Move
Hopkins and
Madison up.
Tyreek, and you put Madison up.
Metcalf
Yeah.
goes up.
yep, have to.
Sorry, Hopkins was out. Yeah,
I tip Jack
you can tip him, Jack.
Tip Jack, I like it.
because
I'm
that
gonna
other
go
team's
with-
so bad.
I'm gonna go with the boy that I had last year who did so much for me, Jalen Hurts and Dougal. We'll take Dougal.
I'm going to take Jack to even out the ledger.
I like it.
Detroit versus
Finally.
Kansas City opening game is going to be fucking 45 to 42. Mahomes is
Yeah.
going to score 90 points.
Amon Ra's gonna have a bit of that as well, isn't he?
I'd hope so.
True.
Here we are, Billy. You're gonna have the last say on this.
Yeah,
Look, I love your team name, Needed Your Miracle. Lovely wordplay there. What the fuck are you here? Look,
Yep.
great
Pick
start
7.
to your team. Bijan and then following up with Nick Chubb. Like, holy
Yeah.
fuck, that could be 2 of the best 3 running backs just in fantasy. And then you took the absolute X factor in Jameer Gibbs, who could be what DeAndre Swift was supposed to be, but faster. Less meatball, more speed.
Yeah, a lot less meatball. Let's be honest.
Somehow went from getting Josh Allen in the 2nd round to getting him in the 4th round. Love that for you. And then just took wide receiver ones on team, which is always good to have. Already made a trade, getting Hopkins in to shore up your wide receivers, so you really just got your 3 running backs and sticking by them. So hopefully you don't get an injury. Let's knock on wood there. That doesn't happen. Yeah, it's really hard to fault the team everything other than tight end, which you said you kind of just forgot that Josh hadn't picked one yet. Yeah, it's a good
Which
team.
again, it's still a set and forget for everyone in the 8-man. It's still a set and forget. Even if someone comes out of the woodwork, no one else is going to really drop their man for him. So he's
Pretty
going to have
safe.
the best of whatever's at the lower end or whoever's on the
You
waivers
pretty
now.
much play the matchups now with your tight ends.
Yeah.
I want a
Absolutely.
rookie tight end to do well and somebody to drop their tight end and me to pick him up.
Dalton Kincaid in there.
I must admit,
Kincaid.
it does look very good. It does look very, very good. I think it's really strong going with 3 running backs first up. I think that's what sort of sets you up. There's so many good wide receivers, especially in such a such a small sample size for actually people getting taken. So I think you have Allen's a set and forget. You've got your three running backs who are pretty much they're all going to start every week, so that takes up your flex as well. I really like it, and then to shore it up with D Hop too. I quite like it too.
Yeah, especially to get your boy in the first pick, like just to have a little bit of homerism in there as well. Beautiful.
Dangerous game, Matt. Dangerous game.
Yeah.
He's very dangerous.
If you're going to back him in, you might as well go all in though.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
feel
And
better when it pays out. Like when I had
oh,
JT 2 years ago, I was the happiest boy.
Who's that?
how do you get one of them?
Yeah. In the third
It-
round, I
Does he
reckon.
does he play for 4 weeks or does he not play for 16?
I don't think he plays just quietly, but anyway.
I don't think he plays either.
Yeah, Bill, good team. I like it.
Yep.
Marty Party team. Just quietly, for those who are counting at home, I only named one team that I didn't like. This is the other one.
Ooh.
Well,
And
Don't
I don't get to
Don't
talk
like it.
about my team.
You'll be last.
Okay.
You can do it in the review.
I thought you were done.
When we do the tipping.
Ah,
When we do
your
the tipping, you can do it.
Yeah.
rightio,
Marty
give us what you want, Bill.
did have. Did... Go on, Bill.
Have you not finished talking about my team? I love
yeah,
it.
yeah, he has. Yeah, he
Compliment.
has.
I had so many thoughts. I was like, I was trying to pick my spot because I had a whole bunch of spots I could pick. And I was like, when can I get Robinson but still get a good running back? And I was like, about 7, I reckon. And I absolutely landed the plane because I wanted Chubb the whole time.
Nailed it.
If I ended up with like the third pick, I was going to take Chubb. So I loved the idea of getting him in the second round. And then I was just start throwing wide receivers. Whoever the best wide receiver is left, I just kept taking them because I'm like, I just need 2 of them to pay off. Hopkins went a pick before I could get him.
Yeah.
Jack took him, and then many toilet breaks at work, staring at that, going, how do I swing this over the line? And finally, I just was like, hey, do you want to trade a guy that I took after Hopkins? And Jack's like, oh yeah, why not? God.
Oh,
because I was thinking about giving him way more, and then I was like, let's just start with this and see where it goes, and it went straight away. So yeah, I was happy to get Hopkins, and that'll be good. I don't know what I was thinking with taking Nick Folk as my kicker because apparently he's not even going to start for New England, so I've changed
think he
it.
is.
Oh,
What's happening there? But yeah, I'll go the
just
Seattle kicker and just hope they
How
blow
good
up.
was he, Josh?
Mize is awesome. He was really good last year.
Yeah.
He was kicker 2 or something.
Yeah, I'm happy with my team. It should be good. Just I need a wide receiver to pay off, maybe 2.
I'd be worried if you didn't like your team, Bill. That's all I can say.
Josh
When
Allen.
you
Yep.
when you're able to draft your own team, I'd want to hope that you like it.
Yeah, which is
That
funny.
being said, Gibbs
talking
went in the
about Marty.
4th round in your guys' draft,
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
like, I mean, I suppose I did reach for this guy, but I
Well,
was
it was
like,
2
I'll just
picks
take the
away
guy I
from in the
want.
4th round. So
Yeah, but you have so many more picks.
yeah, true.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
But he wasn't coming. He wasn't coming back to you though.
Nah, gotta take my guy.
So you reach for that.
Yeah.
Is what it is. All right, over to
All right, rip
Over
into
to the
Mo's
party.
team, Brad. Go.
Look, Zave was drafted him. Who knows what he's actually telling Zave? It's pretty hard, but
Who knows what Xavier's telling him?
yeah.
Let's not worry
no
about
idea.
what Marty's telling Zave.
Jonathan Taylor, as I said, I'm fucking, my voice is back here. Bad vibes the whole off season. Would not have taken him if he was in the 6th round in our league. Just nowhere near it. Kenneth Walker, they drafted a running back in the 2nd round. They can say Kenneth Walker's the starter, but it's just bad vibes as well, knowing that this guy is bigger than Kenneth Walker, supposedly can catch passes better than Kenneth Walker, and that means he'll probably be in the zone goal line packages, where Walker was not that good last year. Like, wouldn't put a touchdown just because he just broke a tackle 40 yards out and took it home. J.K. Dobbins, been good rookie year, and then it's just been nowhere near it since he got injured. They say 2 years after the injury is always good, so who knows? James Conner, look, Arizona, I wouldn't touch that team like just with a 10-foot pole. Who knows what the team's going to be? It just looks like it's going to be a tank season for another quarterback in Chip and Karloff, I think. Yeah, it's just not good to look at, and it's made even worse by the fact that the main man up top got injured 2 days out before the game. Travis Kelce getting hurt, which he hasn't done in like 6 years. And now he's what, 32, 33?
He's creaking.
30, 33. I'm like, look, tight ends last longer because they never really make the harsh cuts and he would last long because he never blocks anybody, so it's never really taken a toll on his body. He always falls gracefully, but once you start getting lower body injuries at certain ages, it's just harder to come back from. So I don't want to call him out. It's been so good to have him be unbelievable as a tight end for so long, but it's scary. It is scary. I'm worried. I'm worried for Marty. Could be another long year.
Yeah, there's not much about Marty's team that is nice, really. Trevor Lawrence is set for probably a big year, like a bigger year than last year. Olave is also getting hits a hype in the early preseason. AJ Brown is Clem's favorite player, so I don't know what that says about him.
Can't be. He didn't take it.
No, he didn't want him, so he must be pretty good, I reckon.
But the Kelsey situation is tough to see your first round pick go out in preseason, the week of the game. Who knows what's going to happen with that?
Look, this is hard to come back from. Like 2 out of your top 3 are out, straight out.
Yeah.
Like you've got
that's really bad.
You've got AJ Brown, and then you've got literally dart throws from there. Really, Olave's been a hype guy, but you know he's still got to live up to the hype. As what Brad said about Kenny, I absolutely agree there. Dobbins is still obviously the unknown because it's his second year back, and that's when he's meant to start doing okay. Yeah, I do like the Lawrence pick though. I think that will help him out a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, but we know Lawrence can be on or he can be really off. He can throw 3 interceptions in 4 plays if you're watching that closely.
Yeah, hopefully he's got enough. Hopefully he's got enough targets just to keep slinging it.
Yeah, and the other thing is you never want to see, like looking at the draft board now, Marty's last pick is now in his starting lineup, which is crazy.
No ban there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, not good.
Bill.
All of this is good for me.
I'm tipping Bill.
I'm also tipping Bill.
As if Billy needed any more help, but yes.
By the way, I'm lower on the projections, so if anything, that makes better. I don't know.
Well, in that case, I better stick with my decision.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm changing you to Marty then, Matt.
I'll love it if that gets up.
I'm just fixing the tips. Like you can't say that.
So we want to do the MVP sort of that for this one and then move on.
Yeah, that sounds like a great.
All right.
All
I'll give you boys a bit of time. I'll go first with my pick of the draft. I think it was all the way down here. We brought it up before with Jack's team getting one of the starting running backs in a very good offensive team, Joe Mixon in round 5. Which it's an 8-man team, but he could have gone where Damian Peace could have gone in the 3rd round. He started down low in the ADP because the whole offseason stuff is going to get a contract. Are they going to kick him? He's going to get cut, and then he signed the deal maybe 6 weeks ago, and then didn't move up.
Yeah,
enough anyway. He could be. Last year he was a 1st or 2nd round player, and he should still be there because he's got less competition now. He's my MVP pick of the draft.
Yep, I like it. Well, I'm going to jump in and say me boy Joshy Allen's probably the pick for me. I think get him round 4. I think that's an absolute steal.
I like Devonta Adams in round 3 for Marshall. He was the best player last year, best wide receiver, 2nd best.
Yeah, he was up there.
Yeah, I like him.
I'm having dramas over here.
Jeez, looks good. Looks good.
Pressure is on. Hey, Marsh.
Yeah. Who do I like?
Take the snake, Josh. Take your time.
If I'm taking the snake, then I've got to pick 2 things.
Yeah, but you got time.
All right. Brad, you can cut all this.
Yeah, you go.
Josh is the editor.
Oh. Do you want me to jump on me bust right now?
No, my bust is Mitch. I'm taking that first.
The whole team.
The whole team.
Wow.
Mitch's preseason.
30 busted.
Vibes are not good.
And then my MVP is Billy picking at 7, I think.
shucks.
Just like in
Just
the
his
vibe.
7th pick. Yeah, look at that. Bang, 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 bang.
Just in terms of the way that he played the snake, like he kind of ran us through before to get Chubb in the second. Get your boy, and then also get Josh Allen somehow. Load up on wide receiver ones. Like that's pretty impressive.
Is Billy picking at 7 equivalent to Hoodie Mello?
Yeah, it is.
There you go. There you go. Elite.
I was like, what was who were you like, primetime Kirk Cousins? Isn't that like Monday Night Football Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is he bad? Oh, okay,
Bad.
never
He's
mind.
terrible. He's very bad. Yeah. When the lights are on, he is
Well,
not.
that's Mitch.
What do we got, Bill? What are you rolling with your bust?
Oh, it's a good question. Smith. Devontae Smith.
Yeah, I
There it
couldn't have
is.
picked that one.
I already went over
wouldn't,
this.
Yeah, there it is.
wouldn't have picked that one at all.
I hate that guy. Get more points. You
I
know?
would have thought I was going to him or Keenan, I think.
Yeah, it's true.
But Keenan was picked later, so I guess
A whole
was
lot
the
of them.
worst pick.
Anyone who was on my team last year. Bust.
uh,
It leaves you, sir.
are you going to me?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go. I can't go against only being able to play one out of your top 3 picks. That is the bust for me.
Just Marty again.
Again, Marty's first and third pick.
Ooh. Well, yeah. It's rough for your boy in the streets.
Yeah, it must be.
Did you go on Braff?
Yeah, I guess a bust means look, a lot of these players are obviously good, so it's hard to pick a bust player when they're still going to be good. But with the players that were taken after him, just you could have waited on this bloke. My bust pick is going to be JJ with Pierce.
Damo.
Like he could have taken Aaron Jones and Josh Allen, and we'd be like, "Fuck, look at that team," and Billy would be going, "God damn it."
Then I would have Hurts. I would be still happy. But yeah.
True. Very true. Very true.
I had plans. What is this? Team of the week?
Yeah,
As in
so the
us
best
guessing who's going to be the best team.
Oh, you can say it like other than yourself. You can just take which team you like the best.
Like,
Based on the draft.
you can pick yourself if you like.
I feel like he's going to pick himself.
He can pick himself if he wants.
Now look at these teams. All of them are bad apart from mine. So
There you go. Here we go. If Philly doesn't win this year,
I'll take Jack's team.
there you go. There you go.
I really liked Marshall's team, so I'm gonna give Marshall that. I think he
Chalk me
surprised
up.
me.
That was
Chalk
the
me up
second
for
one
that.
I was looking at. That was real good.
Chalk me up for that too, please, JSO.
What do you want, Mort?
All right, I'll have the Jack, but he meant Billy as well.
I figure I say Billy when he didn't mean Jack.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's Flash done. Down to the big leagues.
Let me pull the board up.
Oh, it's gonna run till midnight.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I was thinking about that before. She's gonna be.
It's only been an hour. It's only been an hour.
Let's whip through this. I said an hour and a half.
How long has it been? An hour. Okay.
An hour.
It's not happening.
Half an hour for 10 teams. Yeah, I reckon we can do it.
All right. So let's start with Kobe. Kobe had the 4th pick and took Tyreek Hill first.
Yeah, look.
Oh,
Great
hold on,
start.
sorry. Looking at the wrong one.
That's all right. Great start. He's taking Tyreek Hill and CeeDee Lamb. Happy for him because he got a Cowboy in the first 2 rounds without someone getting stealing him with the pick before. But then he proceeded to follow that with the other Miami wide receiver. Which look, when they're good players, it's good, but it's just. I personally think it's just not ideal having 2 players in the same team that you're gonna have to start every week because they both can't score a touchdown on the same play. Given that there has been weeks because of how lacking everything else that Miami is. They just get funneled the ball and both dominate. But I don't know. I think it just feels better if you didn't have both of them. Which
Has
is
he
why
moved one of them on? Yeah,
he's
okay.
already traded Jalen Waddle, which is a good move because he traded him for a running back, which he needed a lot of help with because he didn't draft any good ones, other than maybe David Montgomery. Yeah, superstar wide receivers, love his quarterback, and then really struggled with the running backs, but he traded for one.
So who do you
from
pull in?
Still gonna struggle though. He pulled in ETN from me.
Waddle, straight
So
swap.
Waddle for ETN straight up.
Good to get a trade off the board.
Yeah. Just quietly, Josh, I'm just looking at the sheet.
Oh shit, sorry. Thank you.
So good.
I've been
Yeah,
scrolling
so-
it real hard trying to find where Waddle was. So
Yeah. Where is he? He's not there. Yeah, moving to ETN, which is good because you take a starting running back in a division they should dominate. Like he's going to play Indy and Houston in 4 games this year, so that's good points. Yeah, superstar wide receivers, but could have done better on the running backs, which he's already tried to solve, is what I think.
yeah, I think that's probably a smart move as well. Take what's available to you and then do as many trades as you can.
I
To
think
kind of shore yourself up.
I think if he had a play like Mixon also was the pick after him. If he had a swap those two round, I think we're talking a completely different game for him. I think that
Better.
changes everything. He's got his 2 starting wide receivers. He's got an absolute stud running back, and then it's trying to fix someone else. If it is Pacheco that's sitting there, because he's unable to get that trade for ETN, then I think that puts him in a lot better position than where he is now. But he did say straight off the bat he's going.
Yeah, he was
a
heavy
zero
into,
running
I'm doing
back.
Zoo ROB. I'm like, you go for it, mate. Yeah,
Yeah,
that looks good.
he kept on telling everyone, look, I don't know how that helps anything when you decide to tell everyone your plan, and then go through with it. But yeah, he loves his team. I know that. He's been telling me.
It's better than last year.
Oh, much better than last year. Much better.
Yeah, and then he's got the running back that also throws, Lamar Jackson as well.
Yes.
Who's set?
Yeah.
Who's another one set for a big year? So
Hopefully.
Hopefully
hopefully
not.
that's.
It's been a while since Jackson's been like a superstar, but we all hope that Jackson turns into a superstar again.
Oh, he started on fire last year and then
Yeah,
he got hurt again.
If he stays healthy, probably again, isn't it? If he stays proper healthy instead of having to play through genuine shit.
I'm just looking at where all these running backs landed in the draft, and he just sort of got unlucky with this run on running. Like, it just didn't fall to him right. So he sort of had to go for pretty average running backs in a row just to
Yeah.
go, oh, hopefully one of them or 2 of them work out.
Just a whole lot harder to do.
Cut out again.
How'd you going? Unplug him. Just go bareback.
Free
Turn
ball.
on,
It'll
turn
be
off.
fine. Anyway, let's not wait for him.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, you're throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks pretty much with these 4 running backs. Look, if how it talks it up, if you vision it how it was last year, Montgomery looks to be like the guy who's going to take the Jamal Williams type of role. What's the word I'm looking for here? You would say, like, in a vacuum, David Montgomery is better than Jamal Williams, so hopefully he can live up to that sort of thing. But yeah, he's just got to kind of see. Like Billy brought it up in the Flash League. DeAndre Swift could be a huge X factor. He also could be, getting 5 touches a game.
Yeah,
just got to wait and see.
he could only come out in garbage time.
Yeah.
Can you hear me again?
Yes.
Yeah, loud and clear. If not better than before.
We're back. We're back. We're doing things.
Should we
I
move to
agree.
Clem's team?
Yeah, I agree with what Brad said. Yeah, straight over to Plem's team. Plem really likes his team yet again this year, which you wouldn't pick it. You would not pick that.
That's fine.
Look, I think he's really struggling for a second running back.
Top 3 really good.
Yeah, so he had 6th pick and took Barkley with his first round, and then followed it up by Diggs, and then Joshy Allen, and Kenneth Walker for the 4th.
Which Kenneth Walker he has moved on.
Top 3 really good.
Yeah, then it falls off real bad. I don't mind. I still don't mind the Hawkinson trade. The Hawkinson pick. I think that's a nice set and forget. I think he really will do some things. But then after that, I like his top 3 also.
Yeah, there's not much else to say about Clem's team, and I feel like we get stuck in this every pod because not only do we not like the guy, his team's always just boring.
And you got the lucky draw getting him. I think you got him week 13, don't you?
Yeah, pretty sure you do.
Yeah, I got him in the walkover week, and we know that Plum loves his team, so he's probably not going to churn through most of these guys in terms of
Look,
trades.
if he
or
does what he did
waivers.
last year and has like 9 people on the bench, we've got to give him something more than punishment because you can't fucking just. It just looks bad setting no lineup with like 2 players.
Yeah,
it's your team. You can do whatever you like.
It just looks bad.
It can look as bad as you want. If
I campaigned hard for a punishment last year, and then I was like, "Oh, what's the point of getting upset about this?"
I want to punish him.
If he's 12-0, and then he ends up being 12-1, which he won't be, but if he is, then it's a master stroke.
Be 1-0. I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon he's going to be 0-0, but 0-1.
0-0. Cop that. Not losing or winning.
Nothing like it.
He's been disqualified.
Just imagine.
Kobe's going to win and Plem's going to be there.
Also, shout out to Plem for being the only player in the Mams League to need a custom sticker for one of his picks.
The kicker.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker. We get a bit out of that, so that is nice for the energy. He's also landed T. Higgins, which I know is one of his boys.
That's through a trade. That's through his trade.
Yeah. So that's who we got rid of Kenneth Walker for?
Yep. That was straight up.
Was that straight up?
Yep. Straight up trade.
Because he would have
that. That's actually a good trade.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
But now he's starting P Ryan, so
yeah, that's not a good thing.
Which is crazy. Which is dead so crazy.
That's
especially
ridiculous.
in that Denver offense, which could, I don't know, shit house, to be honest.
Yeah. Only positive is that
what was sorry. Samaj P Ryan, let's ride.
Let's ride.
Well,
it's not very good. Not as good as both of these teams aren't very good. I don't know who to tip. I'd probably tip Plem out of the two of them. Just with the hope that P Ryan, when P Ryan was the starter over Mixon, he was the superstar.
Pretty good.
But then I don't think that's how that works. You don't just keep going with like that. But he's also got Josh Allen, and I love Josh Allen.
Yeah, I think I'm going to jump on Josh Allen having a good week 1. Bring him home on a Tuesday morning.
I want to take Kobe.
I want to take Kobe too. Lamar's playing Houston in Baltimore. Yeah. Let's
go.
Fair.
A lot better than playing the Jets at the Jets.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, what else we got? Let's move into Pat and Tom. This one? Starting with Pucky. So Pat had the 5th pick, which he took Eckler into Adams, into Mixon, into Cooper, Hopkins, Connor Pitts.
There you go. So Mixon went the 3rd round in our league, which is what pick? Probably a 25, 26.
Yeah.
And then he went the 5th round in your league, Bill. That's
it's good.
In the 40s.
It would have been 30 odd, yeah. I think that's a red hot draft order, right? Like if you look at that's really good from Pat. I quite like this.
I love this.
Yeah. I quite like this, and like we said, those top 4 is great, top 5, Cooper will be good, Pitts is, I don't know, tight end, scratch that. Hopkins good, Myers good. Yeah, that's a good starting lineup. What else is there to say?
I don't like Tua. I do not like Tua.
Yeah, it's the only thing I was thinking about.
So where did he take Tua? He took him in.
Well, he took him, so he took him too high.
It's the 8th quarterback off the board. Watson and Prescott go after.
Oh yeah, no.
He was the last.
Tom's
Yeah.
taken 2.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird.
He was the
Yeah, he
second
was
last.
essentially the second last QB to be taken.
But at that point, he might as well just wait until the end.
I don't think he had the foresight. I think that like he probably didn't read the board the way that
It's your boy Kirk.
yeah. And but that's like also if you prioritized other positions over this, like you can just get a QB off the waiver wire. Like it's gonna be just a carousel.
Well, think of the difference between a 16-team league that we had last year and now, into a little 10 man. Like you're
Yeah.
going to find a quarterback.
There's so many quarterbacks just on the waiver. You can get
You can get whatever one you
Kirk
want.
Cousins. all
I
these
get it.
guys are
Yeah.
sitting there.
Tyreek Hill predicted, he says 2,000 yards. Everyone loves Jalen Waddle. If they're going to be good, Tua's going to have some stats. So
Yeah, but is he
I
going to be
get- I
healthy
get-
the whole time? Is he going to be? Is he going to be like?
I
They
get that
look at
he's
him
got-
and he gets a concussion.
yeah, I get that he's got the biggest injury risk, but you're playing for the biscuit, you got to risk it. He could be
Yeah.
a top 5 quarterback with just yards and touchdowns, not even needing to run.
And like
I
really,
I think that's the best thing he
you-
could do. Is
you
not
give him
run.
one,
Not
right?
run.
Like the second he gets one, I mean, obviously we're talking about concussion here, so the second he gets one more concussion, I mean,
Shut
in any
down.
other game that's not the NFL, his career is really over. But I don't know if I was Pat, I would risk it, and then when he goes down, You lose that week if it's in the first quarter, but it could be in garbage time or whatever, and then you just go to the waiver. You pick up Daniel Jones and he rushes for 100 yards.
Yeah, money man.
Yeah, man, I'm just looking at the box scores last year, and he had good moments, but he had like even his last 4 healthy games, it's like 15, 12, 12, 17. Like, so what's going on there? And is
Okay.
that people working out this offense? People
Is
were
that
talking
confidence
about-
coming back after all the
Yeah.
shit that he went through as well?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it feels risky. But
definitely.
he had a 9th quarterback off the board. He's probably about 9th. You might as well dart throw on one of them. He's
Yeah.
going for the Waddle Hill thing.
Yeah.
But it's probably worth noting that like this is the first time that we've really analyzed like a bad quarterback in the leagues. Like obviously the Flash League is 8 quarterbacks playing, so a little bit
All
lower
of them are
risk
good.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them will be good. So I mean, like I'm speaking kind of defensively because I know we'll get to my quarterback, and I've got a few questions, few questions to be asked there as well. But
Bad- it's bad
I think the difference is
Bad boy.
I think the difference is there, Jay Stew, is that you've picked him in the last round, so I don't think
Yeah.
it matters. So you've dart thrown it everything else anyway, and then this is still a dart throw. Whereas I think he could have picked anyone else to maybe help his side all the way through, where he's picked to what round was it? Round 7 or 8 or whatever it was.
yeah,
8. Yeah. So he could have waited to the 11th.
Jeez, I like his team though. Just like take out Tua. I love everything about it. So I'm willing to, if you take the risk on Tua, he gets 25 points every week, then like this is a really good team, I think.
You're all about it.
It's got my
always
kicker
warms
and
my heart
defense.
to see this. Oh,
Very
not
true.
this bit.
Casual was redacted. Yeah. Good.
every time. Got him.
So
Yeah,
then
all right, we'll move over.
Tom had the 12th pick.
10th.
10th.
Even the 10th.
That he chose, I think, at like like the
What am I doing?
5th preference. Did he? 4th or 5th preference?
the
I think he
turn.
had.
Yeah, he wanted the turn.
He wanted the turn, which is such a big call because
In a 10-man
So-
league, that does not end up well for him.
nah.
Especially
he
when
took Cooper
especially
Kupp
when you go
first.
Mahomes in the second.
Cooper Cup Mahomes could be the worst. Oh, Mahomes is going to be good, but you could have got him. Just
You couldn't have gotten
Look,
him, but you could have gotten
No.
No.
the
He could
He
have
could
same
have got
quarterback.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Oh,
He could have
yeah.
got Jalen Hurts. I think. No, he couldn't. He could
No,
have
he wouldn't
got
have
top
got-
3.
No.
Because look, I get it. You got to reach when you're on the turn because you're waiting 20 picks. It's
Yeah.
just not good, man. It's not good, man. The
The vibe is
I'm
off.
struggling to talk.
I do feel like the entire team is ruined because of that pick. I really don't obviously
Yeah.
Smith and Allen are there, and that's probably affected. But I don't
Both
understand.
of them.
Cup Mahomes are 2 good picks. Let's call it. They're good players.
Imagine
And
if you went.
then who is good player?
Imagine if you went Pollard, AJ Brown. You'd be like,
Who's
"Fuck
got
yeah,
good
Tommy,
English
what a
there?
Well, imagine if you went Henry. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Henry's
Messi.
right
Any
there.
two of the following round 2 picks would have been much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard as well, which we
Oh,
know
maybe
is
not,
really solid.
maybe not JT, but other
No,
than
maybe
that,
not JT. Yeah, definitely not JT. If he went Cooper Cup JT, he'd be dead. He'd kill himself. I think. Like that would have
Cooper
been
Cup
just the
JT.
worst.
If
Just
there
the
was ever a
worst.
bloke to do it, it'd be
Oh.
Tom as well. Yeah, this team
Yeah.
is stinky, I think.
So he's got a stinky team, and he's going to be overseas. I don't like this
Yeah.
year for Tom at all.
No.
Well, I think he's favourite to go down.
Yeah.
Exceptional nicknames though. Nicknames.
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Strong.
It. What's with his Najee one? His nickname is Najee. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is
Yeah,
that?
nah, gee.
Ah,
You reckon? You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you need-
nah, that's good. I like it.
Do you need anything else
Strong.
explained while we're here?
Yup to the cup.
Yup to the cup. Okay.
See?
Okay. He likes horse racing.
Very
You know,
pro horse racing guy.
Evanescence. That's all right.
Elliot,
I like his.
yeah,
If you go to
okay.
his bench, Jordan Minison. I think it's him. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's good.
Such a shame that I'm not going to pick against him, but you know.
Yeah, so we took him Pat across the board.
Look,
Yep.
the projections
Please.
hate Pat's team,
I know. I don't get this at all.
but
Yeah, I'm still
The
picking
problem
Pat.
with the projection, they got Devonta Adams getting like 9 points. What
Yeah,
the
I'm still
fuck?
picking Pat.
Hasn't corrected for Cup not playing yet.
Yeah, it has. He was up to he was on 14 before.
Yeah.
He was on
But but it should be a 0, right?
He
Like
should
he's
be
not going to
0.
play.
He's definitely not playing. There's no way.
Yeah, I'm baffled by these projections.
Yeah, they talk about dart throws.
I'm not picking Tom. Let's go with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm picking.
J.K. Dobbins 13. Is that like the highest projected
playing
running back in the
Houston.
league?
He's playing Houston.
Yeah.
but out of all the dudes, like highest running
Nah.
back in the league, I think that is.
No, it's McCaffrey then.
McCaffrey,
Chubb.
So he's
Chubb.
fourth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
third or fourth.
McCaffrey, Chubb, Henry, Dobbins.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Stud. What a steal in the
Apparently.
6th round.
Yeah.
Apparently. Oh,
May the executives skip over Robbo's team, given that he is champ. We can do his team last, I think. That makes the most sense.
just bit of
Bruh.
respect. I like it.
We can go into yours, but I think Robbo, you can probably take the wheel on this one.
Rightio. We've got. Look, he starts well. He picks smart. He's got the number 1 pick. You're going to go with McCaffrey. I like it every time. Yeah,
Finally got
it's
him.
it's a good call. Rolls in with Jacobs. I think that's also another one. Then he goes with good old Clark Andrews. So he's really jumping on the fact that he thinks Lamar's going to be good. But he forgets that he runs the ball a lot, so he might not throw as much, especially if healthy. So, and then after that, I think I'm not in love from there, to be honest. Debo, I'm not big on. With
Metcalf, I'm not
Purdy.
big on.
Yeah, Metcalf, no way. Javonte coming back from his big dramas last year. I like Trevor Lawrence. And then the rest of these genuine dart throws lot. Yeah, Pittman Jr. Oh mate, I had the worst time with him the other year. The worst time. He sucked in a 16-team league, so he can go bugger off. And then he'd just pop up out of nowhere and then do something, and then the next 6 weeks you knew he was done for. So yeah, I'm not big on that. I think his first 2 are going to set you up no matter what. Your running backs are always your key, I believe. I think that's going to be big. I think he's very susceptible at wide receiver. But yeah, I like his top 3 for his starters on paper there, but that's where it falls away.
Yeah, a bit thin after that for me as well. I think being first is like a blessing and a curse, just in terms of you get the best player, guarantee it. As long as you're not a coward, you get the best player, and then from there, I don't know. The turn is kind of hard, just like we said.
But he backed it up though. I thought he backed it up with Jacobs, and then
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't know about the tight
I
end
can't believe he
situation.
slid. Just quiet. I can't believe he fell to me.
I can't believe he did either.
JT going.
I'm looking at him thinking why I didn't pick him.
Let's go.
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry,
Yeah,
I think you're better off with Derrick.
Yeah.
But
But
Yeah.
where do you think he could have taken Andrews? Where do you reckon Andrews like
See,
realistically?
I
this
wouldn't
is
have gotten
where
him.
I
I
don't
wouldn't have
think
gotten him.
you get him on the way back. I don't think you get him.
No.
But I think there's enough. I think you either if you're picking a Hawkinson or a Kittle, I think you're better off value wise with not having to suffer as much with wide receiver. I know he's going to be good and he's probably going to be the number one tight end. I just don't like where he got picked, being the start of the third.
Yeah,
Baltimore's
maybe
got a lot of weapons now as well.
Yeah.
More than they've ever had. I get that that's not real. That might actually help Andrew. I don't know, but like Baltimore all of a sudden go like 3 deep at wide receiver, which they haven't done in Lamar's entire history.
Ever.
I was about to say instead of having nothing other than go to Kark or try and throw down to the running back.
Yeah. But that might actually help Andrews. I don't know.
Could do.
Yeah, I actually think the smartest thing Brad did was get Lawrence when he did, because that felt like, I feel like we were just talking about it. The fall off after the 8 quarterback feels stark, and so Brad just I'll take the 8th one, perfect. I won't worry about what comes after that. I think that was a really good pick. I think Brad just has my team from 3 years ago, which.
Yeah, 3 of the same players.
Samuel, Metcalf. I think I had McCaffrey at the time in his rookie season or something. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I reckon I might have had him because he was very injured. He was
Jacob
very
Samuel.
injured.
You definitely
for
had Jacob
2
Samuel
years.
Metcalf.
Yeah. But a Metcalf bounce back could definitely happen. So, and Samuel has the potential to be a top 5. So those are good
Metcalf
picks.
was a 2nd-round pick last year. What a steal!
Exactly. Like
don't you dare!
Oh, you couldn't have done that any better. Actually,
What a drive-by.
I now like the Metcalf.
I'm back in.
And especially
round
like
drop.
Metcalf isn't just like a 5th round pick. He's right at the end of the 5th round, sort of on the turn. That's about where he should go. So.
Oh, he's a start. Yeah.
Would have looked better if you picked him at the start of the 6th, wouldn't it?
Oh, I don't know if he would have been there. As I said, on the turn.
And Dalvin Cook's good there.
Yeah, I was happy with him getting there. As you guys kind of touched to, being on the turn, I have to reach for anybody that I would have wanted. I guess as you said, I could have picked a wide receiver the 3rd pick, but then I wouldn't have got the only other tight end to finish 1 while Travis Kelce is playing with Pat Mahomes. And I really wanted him because, as Robert said, I kind of do believe that Lamar's going to be good, even if he still runs heaps. Mark Andrews finished as a tight end 2 years ago when Lamar was running heaps, so lots of belief in him. And then DK Metcalf, everyone was off him last year, and suddenly Geno Smith decided that he's going to throw for 30 touchdowns and still be good. And he's just a massive athlete who's going to be the number 1 target on the team. So take that. Deebo Samuel, George Kittle's already fucking injured, so let's hope that still pans out. And then just going for upside on pretty much every other pick.
Your back end of the draft is upside. So
Javonte Williams. I know he's going to take a while, but I've got 2 running backs to hold the fort down till I don't know, maybe like week 6, 7, 8. If Javonte's got the wheels turning again, he can play for me. Dalvin to kind of do the opposite, cover the first couple of weeks while Brees is coming back, and then Michael Thomas if he's still got a sliver of 2019 in him.
That's a big call. That's a big if.
McKinnon could be a gun.
Very big if. Oh, absolutely.
McKinnon's gone. McKinnon's gone.
Oh, is he gone? Okay.
He's gone.
Who you got?
I got Raheem because everyone else in the backfield's dead.
Oh, sure.
Fair.
I'll do.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's
49ers.
Fast. Yeah, 49ers. I got fucking burnt by defenses last year. Like 3 weeks in a row, defenses scored 20 points for me. So I said, fuck it, I'm taking the best one this year. I lost the game. last year. I was playing Tip. I was up 19 on him. And the 49ers had 23 points with 3 minutes to go. They got a pick 6 and won the game. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me.
Did Pat do it against you as well with the
Pat did me with the
Patriots?
Yeah. Like 3 weeks in a row, I got done by defenses. So I'm just ruling it out this year. I'm not fucking getting beaten without having a defense get me more than 4 points. So.
Too good.
This is why we do it. This is why we do it.
Yeah,
heavily burnt.
Absolutely.
You're going to 16.
I fucking love his running back.
He picked
so much.
Oh no,
He's
I'd have to
not
agree with that.
starting Gibbs at the moment.
Yeah, he's starting Kenneth Walker. I'm like, oh, other
Yeah,
side of the Plem trade, he traded away a starter for a bench player because he can't start 4 running backs. So
Also, who did he get rid of?
got rid of
Higgins.
T Higgins.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It
Well,
just
you
doesn't
said you
work.
really liked it the other way, so
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
At least I'm consistent.
Consistently hating Tim's
His
team.
running
I'm
backs,
guessing.
Did he do
his
that?
running backs are good. So maybe if he pairs up 2 to get a stud wide receiver, or
I think he has to at
Adding
some
a
stage.
He has
doesn't
to
he?
get rid of
running back.
Gibbs. Gibbs is too valuable to sit on a bench.
But you could probably package up Gibbs with a lower Kenny Walker to be able to get something in that wide receiver area.
I'll try and do.
Yeah, that'd be where I'm looking as well. I don't think Kenny Walker does as much as what Tim thinks he does. And yeah, a little bit weak at wide receiver, but God, those running backs do look good.
Yeah, for sure. So he had the 9th pick and took Robinson, then into Pollard, Higgins, who we know he's already moved off, into Gibbs, who
Yeah,
was
those
sitting on the
first
bench,
4
which is crazy. That's
those first 4, and then and look, you chuck in Fields there. I don't love that, but you sit there and go, okay. You look at some of the others that have gone. Righto, you're looking at someone who's going to be fantasy relevant. So fair enough. He's already got pretty much everything other than a second wide receiver, and now he's not got any wide receivers apart from dart throws. Hope one of them's good.
yeah, might be a busy time in the trade block. The tick.
Makes me uncomfortable when people don't trust their draft. It's like you could have just taken Kenneth Walker. Why'd you?
Yeah,
His
I'd have
team
to
doesn't
agree.
make sense now with Kenneth Walker. It made his team made sense before. It doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah,
The team I'm
yeah.
looking at on the draft board is good. Why is his team now not good?
Not as good. Yeah, would have
Yeah,
to
that
agree.
is crazy to like. Why would he have taken another RB? Like,
Yeah, because that's four RBs in the first 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Now.
I don't know. I'm sure he'll shop one of them. He has to shop one.
Has to shop one of them.
Or an injury or something. I don't know.
yeah,
If you're not drafting for an
I
injury.
like Fields, good player. And got him quite deep, 5th round. He's the 6th quarterback off the board.
Might be the 5th.
Yeah, 6th quarterback off the board. Which is that's a great job there. Get it? That's about where you want to take him. Yeah, I'm just so bad. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm just so confused. This team is now worse than it was before.
yeah. Especially making these calls before you see the guys play, without any threats of injuries and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm with you, Bill. You're back in your draft. You trust that you've done the work, and you go like that.
Especially you don't go 4 deep on running backs for no reason. I'm a philosopher with. I tip Brad.
Yeah, I also
Thank you.
tip Braff. Also tip Braff.
All right, I'm gonna tip Tick.
Nothing like jumping on the bomb, Joe Stew.
Too much samesies. Brad, we cannot hear you. I don't know what's happening with you.
Coward. Oh, not a coward. I'm taking me.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's do my team. Who wants to take this on?
I'll jump at it.
You go.
Obviously,
We didn't hear that, Brad. I saw your lips move, but it didn't come through.
I think it's my
You're-
cord, man.
We're getting a bit of crackle from you as well.
BRB.
Oh.
I'll fix it.
Yeah, all good.
All right,
You go,
good luck.
Maddie.
Yeah, I think look, Deshaun, last pick of the draft. Sit there and go, yep, I'll just waiver what I can. I'll see who goes well after week 1, and I'm probably streaming QBs all the way through. I will say it's probably not as nerve-wracking as what I had to play last year, because oh god, I hated it. You've got a lot more choice, so I think that's a smart option. I quite like that. I think look, I like Derrick Henry. I think that's just as it is. To get him in the second, if you looked at before before the couch injury, I really get excited about your team. To be honest, I
Mm.
quite like it. I quite like the Couch, Henry, Olave, Jones, Sanders. I quite like that. And then it's just dart throws from there, being Watson, Lockett, Ayuk, Dotson, and Cooks.
I love that collection of dart throws.
I think that's what you had to do. Especially taking the Couch early. You had to get running backs who were going to do something. And going to be, going to be number ones. As best you could. And then then you just hope that one comes along with Olave, which I think they will. Yeah, I quite like your draft strategy, to be honest, Jay Stu.
Yeah, obviously it looks much different with Kelsey out of the lineup. Who knows how affected he will be by that? But yeah, in terms of my strategy, was always coming into draft, I was picking my draft preference to take Kelsey first because I knew that that's what I wanted to do. Obviously, I had him last year, and that was money in the bank. And then from there, I was like, oh fuck, I'll figure it out. Dart throws in terms of, I think we're talking about Brad's team, like upside is massive in terms of like these wide receivers that I've taken in like from the 6th round onwards. It'll really just be about making sure that I get that right mix in the day, which will be the thing that might trip me up in a week to week sense. But obviously once Kelch comes back and hopefully isn't too encumbered by this hyperextension, I think I've got a pretty good team and I felt really good about my draft.
I think I told you on the day I liked your draft. I really like it.
You did, and that meant a lot. I'll never forget
it. I like Watson just from a football aspect.
I actually agree with his personal stance. Football, I'll take a
yeah, and I like that because he used to get so many points. It's like, try him the first 2 weeks. If he's a superstar, keep him. If he's not, try somebody else. I think it makes sense, and you get him in the last round. It's like, it's fine. And I love the dart throws for wide receivers, and you really just hope that one of them turns into like the guy, because you don't want to try streaming these dudes. You can totally imagine, like, Ayuk's never consistent, so whatever, but you just hope Dotson turns into the guy, or Lockett continues to be the main guy, or Watson turns into the guy, because you do not want to be guessing every week, because fuck that. But that being said, Henry, Olave, Jones, and Sanders as your first ones they're all very good. So
yeah, and I guess that's in terms of Dotson, like McLaurin's already got an injury flag on him, so maybe that one might be the first one to pay off. But Jones is probably the one that makes me a little bit nervous, because I know that that's a committee, no matter what they say. He might get the early downs, but he doesn't get the goal line. That goes to AJ Dillon, but who knows what happens with that? That might not be the permanent solution. The benefit of like streaming QBs is that we will endeavor to do this every week. So I'm more tuned into fantasy football than I probably should be.
Not a bad thing.
Henry second round as well. What a world we live in.
Yeah,
I know.
Fucking, it's because he's old now, man.
Yeah,
he's old.
They still get big points.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah, you can still guarantee it, can't you?
I just want to say one thing about your draft, Josh. Quarterback late is just a bad man. I hope he does no good. Because it'll be a world of pain for you knowing that you've picked him and he sucks. Given what he's done off the field. Not too worried about it though, because there's still quarterbacks on the waiver.
What would have been the better move? Would it have been to
not
pick
draft,
a quarterback
not pick
at
one?
all?
Yeah,
And then
it would have been better to not pick
in
one
the first round.
pick him up.
That would have been worse if you
waivers.
picked him up first waiver, actually, because if you'd gone, oh, look at the waiver, I'll take the guy that's touched women. Yeah.
Or would it be to
Allegedly.
pack it now?
Yeah,
And
good
then,
thing,
like,
good thing
It's
saying
your call.
allegedly.
I get it. He's had like I think like 3 years in a row. He was like the QB5, so
yeah,
the potential's there with a full off season in the team. You'd hope he gets better than what he was.
But Brad does make a good point. We are working against
him.
Yeah.
I've spent a week and a half trying to cut him, but there's just like, I don't know, just for this
You might
Actually,
as
I'm
well
not
wait
gonna
and
make
see.
excuses. It's fantasy football. None of this matters. He
Yeah, you
doesn't
might as
know
well
me.
wait and
I don't
see.
know
If he's
him.
Yeah, he's
If
been
he's
spending a
bad-
bit too much time on the fantasy, not enough on the football, unfortunately.
if he's bad, there will be no remorse in cutting him. So at least that's good.
Exactly. Yeah, no guilt. Should we do Zaves?
Oh jeez,
Fuck it.
it's hard. It's tough.
hard.
It's a tough watch at the minute. What he
Look,
picked number 3. He picked
I
number 3
was-
and he took JT in the second.
I was
Like-
trying to absolutely moz the shit out of him. He's gone
Well,
over
it's
the
paid
main
off.
speak, and I go, Zave, are you going to take Jamar again? He cost you the chip. You can't take it. There's no way you can take it. He's the reason you didn't win. You can't take it, and he takes him. It's the right pick. But then he's followed up with JT. Hurts so bad, man. He took it, and I was like, JT, you sure? JT, put the sticker on. You sure? Done. Can't change it. Can't change it. JT. Yep, done. Horrible pick. Horrible
So
pick.
you wouldn't have taken JT if he came back to you in the second?
No.
I'd say that. I wouldn't have taken him if he was in the 6th. Just
Yeah.
not on
Wouldn't
it
have
at
taken
all.
him. Would not have taken him at all.
Not on it at all.
Even 9 days ago, or whenever we drafted, you were like,
yeah,
nah,
no.
he's not
It
playing.
was sketch the
I-
whole
Mate,
time.
Yeah.
Who do you think's paying attention to the Colts?
Yeah, you. No one more than you.
No, I'm off it. Off it, mate. Off it. Look, I will say he sniped me on 2 picks. I was looking like through the middle rounds. I'm like, oh, just about everyone's got a quarterback. Fuck, Justin Herb's still there. Maybe I'll get.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
Stolen, and then he got Mike Evans in 2 rounds later, and I was like, that would have been good for me. So that I
You don't
can't
want Mike
fault those
Evans though,
picks.
anyway, isn't he? He's already in a holdout. They're talking about.
Oh no, I
trading
think it's
him.
just. I
Nah,
think it's
that's
just contract
for-
talks. Like he'll
That's
play.
that's
but they
for
just,
2024. That's for the
Yeah.
next year, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he'll play still. It's just he's either going to sign it or not sign it.
Yeah.
If he doesn't sign a contract,
Or they might
play
move
on.
him on.
and then
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
good potential for him to get traded if he doesn't sign on.
Oh, that'd be
middle of the
great.
year. Yeah, he's going as what like the wide receiver. I don't know, in the 30s. And we know that Baker Mayfield's still nowhere near as good as Tom Brady, but wide receiver in the 30s, like in the ADP. I think like there's no way that's probably where he finished last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is 16.
He'd be way better than he's probably going to finish way better than wherever he gets drafted. So
Yeah.
I don't mind that pick. It would have been good on my team, so is why I probably don't mind it. But then yeah, his running backs is just so shot, man. Like he follows up JT with Brees Hall, that sucks. Alexander Madison could be good. Never had the workload though, for more than like one game at a time. And then he's got Khalil Herbert, so he's the running back 2 behind Justin Fields and Elijah Mitchell. It's just hard, man. It's just hard. He did make a trade, which is good. He traded with you, Robbo, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He
got-
pretty much
got a
his piece to get was the was the Dre.
You got Stevenson
So-
for St. Brown, essentially. With some
Yeah,
other
'cause he
things
got-
happening.
Look,
He got
I'm gonna put him on blast here, Robbo. I know that you've told me he came to you. He said, "Would you take?"
So I came to him first. I went to him first.
Okay, you started the conversations, yeah.
I went to him first, and I offered him Steve-O and Mike Williams for St. Brown, and he doesn't rate Mike Williams, and he didn't want the stack that goes with Juzzy Herb. You can finish it off if you like, brother.
It's just the complete opposite of what you want. If
Yeah, I
you
would've-
think
I would-
Justin Herbert's going to be good, Mike Williams is going to be a beneficiary of that. I would have loved to
Yeah.
have Mike Williams with Jazzy Herb. I would have loved him much more than George Pickens.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So Look,
Yeah.
he still gets a running back, which is probably the best running back on his team. So can't hate it. But yeah,
I think it's a
team-
move he needed to make. He needed to
Yeah,
make
he
a
did.
move, but it could have
He
been.
did.
I think if he had taken the Mike Williams side of it, I think he would have been better off.
Would have been a little better. I know he needs to make it because I also came to him for a trade with a running
Well,
back for
apparently,
St. Brown.
apparently everyone did, but
Ah, there you
yeah,
go.
apparently
No, you
nearly
hadn't.
everyone had to go.
There you go.
I think people from the other league were trying to trade with him.
Yeah, did you ever go, Bill?
Yeah,
So yeah, Zabe's and Zabe ultimately like that trade is sort of fine because he's just swapped a 3rd rounder for a 3rd rounder and you sort of live with it. I get he's probably technically downgraded, but he needed a running back. He
Yeah.
went and got one. Like good decision on that. Actually, yeah, I don't mind his team the way he drafted it. However, that is assuming Taylor and Hall play. And now that they're probably not going to play, his team looks very sketchy.
Yeah, going all around it. Look, if he had picked Josh Jacobs instead of Taylor, his side looks a whole lot different.
Yeah.
That's probably what it comes down to. That's sort of the only. Like, that was the only one he could have picked. Really,
maybe
after.
like if
Otherwise,
he had
maybe
Pierce over Hall. Like I just imagine this team suddenly looks like a little bit better and
Yeah.
like more definite, more like all
Yeah.
right, he's just going to roll here. Whereas now he's just got to deal with this committee at the Jests and this Taylor situation. He's just made his life more stressful.
Yeah. Would have to agree.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a tough first few weeks. And I think all he wants to do is hope by week 4 that JT comes out and says, "Oh, okay, I'm bored now. I'm gonna go play some football." I think that's what he's hanging on to at the minute.
Yeah, he needs that.
So on that, I'm picking Jaso.
Gosh.
Yeah, Josh.
What are you gonna do,
Love
Jess? You?
I pick myself every week. I'm still tipping the Tigers, even though they're not in the finals. All right, we finally got there. So let's do Riz's team first, working from the right to the left.
Number 2
Riz
pick.
had the number 2 pick, took JJ, Justin Jefferson, followed by Wilson into Hurts.
Followed by Hard Knocks.
Great top 3. Great top 3.
Yep. And look, I don't mind the dart on Ridley at 4. I'm okay with that.
I was taking him. That's why my team looks worse. I was taking him.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then look, I know Kamara missing out on the first. Is it 4?
4 from memory, yeah.
I think after that he'll be fine. Is it 3?
I believe it's 3. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Look. Yeah. I actually don't mind it. I don't mind his side. I think it has a fair bit of upside. I think obviously you're going to be wide receiver heavy. But yeah,
he loves that. He always does that.
Or always has, always will. And it really worked for him last year too.
Especially when you're starting with Justin Jefferson as well.
Yeah,
leading your receiver pack. I quite like Riz's team. The way it appears on Sleeper, I think is a little bit better maybe for me than the draft board.
I'd have to agree.
There's a bit of depth there. Like we talk about his running backs pretty heavy, but even his receivers pretty good, at least who he's got starting. I think it might be a good year for Riz. He's always in and around it, so I think it'll be pretty good.
I was trying to trade for him for said Ridley man, and I picked up the Deion Jackson you see there early on after the JT was officially put on the pup list and not traded. I was like, "Oh, Riz, your running backs suck. Do you want some? I'll give you 2 for Ridley." And he's like, "I'm gonna hold." And then I dropped Jackson because Raheem got the start at Miami, and I was like, "I'll take him over Deion," and he picks Deion up straight away. What a fucking coward!
Nah, you can't blame him, man. Working the waiver.
Yeah, well played.
He knew you had nothing. He called you bluff.
Yep.
Well, I only dropped Deion because the Raheem news came out. Like I still would have had Deion. So
I like
It's the best thing about 4 bench players.
Riz really commits to this whole I don't care about running backs thing, and he just goes all in it. Like I feel like last year he was spending his whole time just picking up whatever running back off the waiver, whoever's like the most likely dude, and just plugging him in. And he's done it again now with Deion Jackson, who could just be Deion Jackson could ride out those first 3 weeks as the main guy. Then he plugs in Kamara, and then he's golden.
Yep. And look, he seems to ride it really well too. Like last year, he played the perfect game, really, rolling up through. Just pick the right one every week. Doesn't have much care about it either. Just goes, yeah, he'll do. He'll play well for me. Gotta love that confidence.
Still managed to pick his boy though, and Zeke.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you see the photo come out of him in the Pats uniform?
How fat he looks.
No, he looks skinny as.
Oh, really?
He looks like really, really skinny. Like might not be the goal line back skinny.
Oh shit.
He's a lot lighter than Ramondre, I'll say that.
Wow. Yeah, well, Trey will be happy.
He looks light on for what he was running at.
Oh, well, maybe he's trying to play a different game. He saw what the meatball did and thought, nah, not for me.
It's a good call. I'm about that.
Oh God, he was fat.
Let's talk about your team, Robbo. You've made the most moves out of anybody so far. Not out of not liking your original team, just to get better. That was the only reason. And yeah, we're talking about how good Riz's wide receivers are. I think it's pretty easy to say you would have the best wide receivers starting at the lineup. So as it would go, like AJ Brown, Jalen Waddle, and St. Brown. Oh boy.
Can't believe you've ended up with that. Jeez,
Yeah.
how did that happen?
I blinked and this happened.
lot of
Yep.
potential.
So I knew as soon as sorry, I will interject. I knew as soon as Cope took two Miami boys. I just said to him, "Rightio, I know you need a running back. Who do you want?" And I offered him Steve. I thought that was going to be the better option over ETN. He went, "Nah, straight up ETN for Waddle. I'll take it." I'm thinking, far out. Why don't you just take him instead of Waddle to begin with? Thinking anyway, all right, I'll take that. Happy with that. And yeah, got a win there, I thought. Which I think Cope had to move him on, but sort of was, yeah, bit of a good opportunity for me to try and get into it. And then yeah, the Zave trade, just as we went through before, yeah, just really fell my way. Yeah, essentially Steve-O for St. Brown. I'm massive on St. Brown. I think he'll do wonders for me. So yeah, huge.
Yeah, and then you've got Nick Chubb to lead the boys, who could be massive without any proper backfield pairing that has held him back in the last couple of years. Pair that with a good quarterback, it's looking real healthy. It's looking real healthy for the champ early on.
Yeah, it's really hard to fault this. Like, it's a great looking team, and I'm pissed that you have it.
Yeah, this is you've done very. You've
a
wielded the
reigning champ.
perfectly here.
Yeah.
I feel like I couldn't have had a better preseason, to be
So
honest.
this is the other side of hold on to your draft.
Exactly,
Argument.
Billy.
You get moves
I
like
think
this
I'm
because
feeling
people
like an idiot after.
yeah,
after
this is
what
the
I
other
said,
argument.
maybe.
Like debatably, Robbo has just like trusted his draft where he would have taken all these players before the players he took. Like he upgraded in every situation, which is just
Yeah.
Look, I think situation helps. If I don't get St. Brown if JT's not out.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think if Cope picks better and doesn't pick two Miami wide receivers, I also don't get that either.
Yeah. I think your only problem is like second running back potentially, but like you'd think like Akers is likely to be the dude, Herbert's likely to be the dude, Charbonnet might turn into the dude. So like one of them's gonna hit, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
And you
that's the sort of plan.
body
If I can start with
fine.
if I can start with Akers, then yeah, he's meant to be the number one guy to begin with. Yeah, you trust it as much as you can, and you go from there.
No, you've done very well. You've your
thanks, Phil.
Your team listed here is better than the one you drafted, and I liked the one you drafted. So yeah.
So did I. But I like this more.
As I said, not drafting to for compensating, drafting just to get better, trading just to get better. That's all it is.
Don't overcomplicate it.
Helps when you pick healthy guys, I think. Look, Joe Burrow's the only one that's, obviously under a cloud, but being the amount that
you didn't think about Fields over Burrow there. Because Fields went straight after him.
Yeah.
I'm not big on Fields. I
Herb.
worry. Yeah, Herb. I probably, yeah. I had more of an issue between Herb and Burrow than what I did with Fields.
Yeah.
There's something that just worries me. I think it might be the Chicago badge. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it's a fair thing to worry about.
Yeah, it just worries.
He hasn't fully shown it yet, so it makes
he hasn't. He hasn't. Whereas Burrow and even Jazzy Herb to an extent, at least shown what they can do.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, also tipping myself, even though projected does not favour me.
I'm tipping Robbo before Brad can.
Oh no, I guess I better tip Robbo.
Fuck, why does it only matter to me?
Oh, you know what? I'll go Riz because I like Riz's team as well, and if I can just go against the grain with Riz's, Riz's team is good for a second. Yeah, I like it.
That'll do. Great. Here's the tips as they lie, and we have made it through the mammoth agenda that we had for this week. So
Massive.
shout out to those who are still with us. I can
Do we
only
need to
see
do
it's-
MVP busted team of the week for?
Oh,
I think we
Sure
just-
do.
I think we just roll it out, don't we?
Nah,
Yeah.
come on, we can get it
We
done
can go quick.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just do I'll do all three at once.
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite pick is gonna be. I could say Joe Mixon again, but I'm not going to. I really like getting Lamar. I really like Lamar because I'm high on the Baltimore, and that was Kobe in the fourth. Really like Lamar. My bust pick, it's got to be JT. As I said, I wouldn't have touched him in the 6th round, so Zay with JT. I'll go for it again, Josh. It was Kobe, yeah, JT, Kobe with Lamar. Zave's got JT. And my favorite team on the draft board is regrettably the champs. Regrettably.
Beauty. Who's next?
I've got my favorite pick, even though I ripped into his team a lot. I love Justin Herbert in the 6th. That's a good pick. He did well. So
Fuck!
Zave with Justin Herbert. That's good. My bust is Ryan's trade strategy.
4 running backs.
I just like they're all good, but you can only play 3. And
You've got to
then
package something up.
the team, Jay Stew. What
Woo!
is
We love that.
Yeah, that's fair.
What?
My MVP is for Brad not being a coward.
Let's fucking
and
go.
picking the best player of the
That's
whole
how you
draft.
do it, Dougal.
Dude,
Red
you should
2
be better
goes
than
at
that.
it. Still not done it.
Yeah, still no good. Me bust is actually Tom picking Mahomes in the 2nd.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's my bust.
Yeah.
He's going to be a great player. I get that and everything. Yeah, he's superstar, but in the 2nd, it just ruined his whole team.
Pretty much the first.
Yeah, pretty much. And then my team of the week, I'm actually gonna go with Pat.
Oh,
That seems
Oh.
good. All right, my MVP, I think, kind of tough looking at it now, but I really liked Brad taking Lawrence where you took him. I think best available at the right time, maybe even a slip.
7th. Yeah, in the 7th.
well, yeah, it was
Yeah.
going to be
The
Jesse
last
Hurts,
guy.
so I was always thinking quarterback.
Yeah. Mainly because I think that was like the one where I kicked myself and I was like, God, I really wanted him coming back.
Yeah.
Worst pick is Zay with JT's already been said, so let's pick.
You can stick
Zay
with
Brees
the
Hall.
Tom.
Actually, I
Yeah.
want to pick Zay with Mike Evans just because I have a
The greatest trick the
vendetta
devil
against
ever
that.
played.
Yeah.
Convincing us
Thank
Mark
you.
Evans is good.
That's hurting himself.
Yeah. I'm quoting myself back here. This is a callback to last year's pod. If the boys want to watch it.
Fair,
My
that's
team
fair.
of the week, I think, is also Pat's team. I quite like Pat's team.
Pucky boy, get up and about.
Yeah.
Can't wait for him to watch this in week 7 and go, fuck, I had a good team. What do you mean?
Why didn't anybody tell me?
Uh.
Fellas, we did it. That's it.
Pleasure, lads. Absolute blockbuster. 2-hour pod to start off the year. Thanks again,
ridiculous?
Billy,
Not
for
at all.
sacrificing your Wednesday night after your -2 dinner.
Yeah.
Oh no! Hopefully Phoebe doesn't watch the pod.
Yeah, pleasure, lads.
Never
Can't wait to get the season kicked off. We've got 2 sleeps now before we're fully back into it. It is going to be a ripper. Onto I think the most enjoyable season with how it's going to finish with all the promotion and relegation that's going to go on. It's going to be
Everyone's
absolutely
involved.
wonderful.
Everyone will be involved. That's the most.
You guys got to
exciting
work
part.
out a quick way to get through this pod with 18 teams to recap.
No, it'll be
Yeah.
a lot better. It'll be a lot
Every
better
week.
than this is the big week. It'll be a lot better.
This is the big
Robo's
one.
not going to survive if you
No.
do this every week.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's past my bedtime.
All right, beautiful stuff, guys.
Oh.
All right.
Thanks, lads. Till next
On the
time.
next one.